What's up, everyone? Drew, aka Catching Rockets here. I hope everybody had a good day. I did. We'll just point to this here. Any questions? So hopefully nobody got trapped by this. Opening right below the single prints. This is more important. Opening above the spike base. Pretty much trend day. Boom. Done. This could be interesting. If you fib this out. Yep. Very nice. This here as well. If you draw a fixed range volume profile on the initial run here, this high volume node here is then where you get in on the retest. So if you miss this, this is where you get in. So hopefully everybody understands how I did that, but pretty simple. On the first swing up, there's a couple things you can look at. You can draw a fixed range volume profile. You can also draw your fibs. And with your fibs, you're looking for like a pullback to the 50%, which we didn't get. But here on the fixed range volume profile, you're looking for a retest of this high volume node here, which we did get. So that's just if you didn't slap calls at the open after you realize we opened above the spike base. Yeah, this is going to be a fairly quick stream. I am exhausted. I don't know why I am, but I am. I slept pretty good last night. All right, let's start with our session volume profile levels. Value area high 608.41. Value area low 606.88. Yeah. POC 607.85. Take a look at our TPO. What's up, Brian? What's up, Alex? What's up, Uno? What's up, William? What's up, Yannick? Oh, and also just FYI, because of the way that I look for option trades with run-ups like today, it just kind of invalidates everything that I look at. So I did look over tickers. I didn't see anything I like. Just an FYI. So far, tomorrow's looking pretty straightforward. Volume was pretty trash today. Let's take a look at news for tomorrow. I know there's big news, right? Yeah. Well, so this is all before New York Stock Exchange opens. This is also all before New York Stock Exchange opens. So we're going to get some fireworks in the overnight session. Uno, you can. The levels will be different. What's up, Gigi? No, single prints and spikes are not the same. Explain single prints. Forex Factory. I think that's... Oh, yeah, no, this is for the market. I don't use Forex Factory for anything other than looking at news. I'm sure they have some useful information. I have no idea. Explain single prints. Can you guys explain single prints to me? What? I'm trying to find like a better one. Okay. If you look at this here, was this a strong level or a weak level? That's awesome, Jimmy Smith, but I would still recommend going with futures. So, Uno, is this a weak level or a strong level? There's probably going to be a delay, and so there's going to be some dead time, but it is what it is. This is weak. If this were a weak level, price would do something like this. Or it would just do this. Whoops. It's not going to go sideways, but... So, single print is a super strong level where price came to it, bounced super hard, or price came up to it and rejected super hard. And basically, if you have a strong level like this, the next time price comes to here, what do you expect to happen, Uno? Oops. Yannick switched to futures. I can give you guys like a quick reason why futures. I mean, other than the fact that they're super liquid. So like when you guys are trying to trade SPY and it's chopping sideways, futures are still giving decent moves. That alone, bounce would be the answer. Uno, you reject at the top and bounce at the bottom. Um, so yeah, the next time price comes to here, we expect price to do something like this. Okay. So that's a single print. Um, so anyway, there's just more liquidity. Easier to trade in that sense that there's more liquidity. Another benefit to futures is they're traded 23 hours a day, 6 days a week. So if you need, like if you're not able to trade due to your work schedule or whatever during the New York Stock Exchange, then you can trade futures 23 hours a day like they're open right now. The more important reasons is they're literally designed for day traders. So like for options, right, you need to have 25K to not have the pattern day trader rule, to be trading on margin. You could trade cash and have, not worry about pattern day trading rules. But I'm not going to talk too in depth about this. So if this interests you, and I say something you don't understand, then go and Google it. Like, finish watching the video, rewatch this part, pause it when you hear me say something you don't understand, and then go and Google it. Because I'm just going to mention stuff. You might not know what it means, but all of it is important. So anyway, yeah, there's no pattern day trading rules. There's no theta. There's no option, or there's no Greeks. So you don't have to worry about time decay. And it's basically true price. So like if I want to place an order where I enter at 21.46.85, sorry, 21.64.8 and 75 cents, I just put my order here. And then when price comes down to here, it'll fill me. And then I can put my take profit, whatever, at 21.7, and I can put my stop loss at whatever, 21.638.25. And if price comes down to here, it's going to stop me out. If price goes up to here, I'm going to take profits. So literally once I place my orders, I can shut down my trading software, walk away. And if those levels get hit, I'll get, if this level gets hit, I'll get filled. If this level gets hit, I'll get stopped out. And if this level gets hit, it'll hit my take profit. The more important reasons would be like, it's taxed at a 40-60 tax rate, which basically just means only 40% of my trade will be taxed at capital gains tax rates. Whereas on option trades, anything that you hold for under a year, 100% of it is going to be taxed at capital gains tax rates. This part you'll have to Google because I'm not going to try to explain it, but there's no wash sales on futures. And wash sales can absolutely wreck you on your taxes if you're not careful. Trying to think if there's any other reasons. I think those are like the main ones off the top of my head. I'm sure there's more, but it's just way better for people that are day trading. And then also, I mean, just with the amount of liquidity there is, you can be in and out of a trade in minutes. Like today, my trade lasted, or I don't remember how long my trade lasted, but I was done trading, I think within like 2 minutes of the market being open. And yeah, it's just like super quick, super easy, super fast, basically. Once you, so this is not going to be a class on TPO. We'll just say that. Okay. if you guys need help with TPO, I have videos on them. I shared the link yesterday. I'll share the link again today. Let me see.
Market profiles generate.
What's up, Timothy? How you doing? What's up, Doji? I have no idea if you can trade futures on Robinhood, but you shouldn't be trading on Robinhood, so there's all of that. Yeah. I mean, I'll tell you very quickly. Spikes only happen on the M period. So if we turn on TPO, this is your M period. This is a spike. And then the easiest way to spot them is if you expand the blocks. Like when M is the lowest or highest candle of the day, that would be a spike. And yeah. So spikes only happen on the M period. Okay. Are you asking me why not to trade on or trade futures or trade on Robinhood? So I'll give you guys a link for this, but I'll just kind of show you. So here, this is the link for what I'm about to show you guys. So, Robinhood uses payment for order flow. And so basically what that is the market makers, and this is going to sound kind of insignificant, but what, so basically, like Robinhood, one of the things that they promote and they talk about is that they don't have any fees, right? And that's an absolute lie. They can't be in business if they're not making money, right? So every broker needs to make a commission off of every order that's placed, whether it be buying or selling or, so they have to make their money. It's a business. That's like me saying I'm going to open a restaurant and everything's going to be free. You just walk in, eat your food, and leave, and we'll figure out how to, stay in business. It just doesn't work, right? So with companies like Robinhood, and there's lots of them, like Robinhood, Webull, Moomoo, the list goes on and on. There's actually very few brokers that don't have pay for order flow. And hopefully they change this in the United States of America, because right now, so it says it right here, as of 2026, it's going to be banned in Europe. And there's a good reason that they're banning it. And basically, once we understand what order flow is, then you'll be able to understand why they would ban it. So when you click an order, anything than limit on Robinhood or whatever else, they're gonna like if you click bid or ask or market, Robinhood basically will channel that order through the highest bidder. So like if BlackRock is offering them $1 for the order, and I can't think of another market maker, but another market maker is offering them $2, they're going to send their order through the market maker that's offering them $2 for the order. And then that market maker is going to give you a crappy fill. It might just be like $1 or $2, like $1 or $2 above where the bid and the ask is. So meaning that they're taking it's $4 above where the bid and the ask is. And they're taking $2 of those dollars and giving it to Robinhood, and they're keeping $2 for themselves. And then you have to realize that this happens millions and millions and millions of times a day. So it might not sound like a lot of money, but for somebody like BlackRock, paying Robinhood, like a percentage to get your order flow and then fill you, like a couple dollars above the bid and the ask, times millions and millions of times a day, they're making millions per day just on their order flow, right? And so basically it's just not for the consumer's best interest, because and so it tells you right here, like, most brokers will pick the market maker that offers you the best price, but in the pay for order flow model, the market maker will pay the broker to handle these trades. This fee is the payment for order flow. They're saying it can lead to lower commission fees for investors, but I don't agree with that, because like you're not paying a fee per se to Robinhood for the trade, but you're paying a fee on getting worse fills, right? So like me as a future trader, if I trade with a company like Tradeovate, they don't have pay for order flow. I think I pay 35 cents per side. So for each trade to open and close it, it's like a total of 70 cents. Whereas going through a model like Robinhood, that could cost you like $2 to $4 per side. And then you're paying like $4 to $8 to open and close a trade. It's ridiculous. Like, so you're basically getting way overcharged for something that you shouldn't be. So creates a conflict of interest, might result in worse execution prices for investors. That's what I was just talking about. The broker is going to route the trades to the market maker that pays them the highest fee rather than the one that will offer you the best price. That was, again, what I was just talking about. So I would just recommend reading through this. I sent the link to you. But I mean, I'm sure that you already get the gist of what I'm explaining. It's just not best for the end consumer that's placing orders. And, the people like Robinhood are making money hand over foot by doing this. And then also they're just a crappy, shady company overall. I can't wait to see the day that they go out of business. Like, I really hope it happens. I hope enough people wake up and stop using their brokerage firm. The day that they remove the buy button from what's it called? GameStop, like, that should have been an eye opener for everybody. Like, a company that's willing to like remove buy and sell buttons to benefit the market makers and to screw over their customers is not a company that's looking out for you as a consumer. They're looking out for the market makers who technically, like, as traders, those are the people that we're against. Those are the people we're trying to make money from. And Robinhood's literally like giving them your money. Like, you guys got it twisted. So, yeah, just, stuff like this, you always want to be educated. I'm glad that Europe is banning it. I really hope the United States does the same thing. But so far, the SEC has been pretty shady about handling criminals, people, whatever, inside trading. When that whole fiasco happened with Robinhood, where they removed the buy button, the SEC basically just let them get away with it. And stuff like that just shouldn't happen. So anyway, I guess if you slide people enough money in high places, they'll turn the other way and let you get away with things. So anyway, all in all, absolute trash company. Don't use them. Like, while payment for order flow is horrible, at least places like Webull and Moomoo have never removed the buy button that I'm aware of. So at least they're less shady. But like Robinhood, out of all of the brokerage firms that I know of, they're the absolute worst. And I really hope they go out of business and burn and die. Yeah. I don't mean that like, I don't want them to die like as people, but I want the company to burn and die. I don't have, ill intentions towards anybody like that, where I want to see somebody actually die. That's not me. They've been doing some good stuff, as a company. They've made some smart decisions. This, like, literally nothing could have made me happier when this happened. This earnings report, where was it? Was it this one? They did like a, what's it called? They did why can't I think of the word? A speech. We'll call it a speech because I can't think of the actual word that I'm looking for. But they did a speech and they talked about all these new features that they were implementing and whatever else. And it seems like they did bring in some pretty cool stuff, but it still doesn't change the fact that they're an absolutely crappy, shady company. And with that, they were able to bring their stock price back up, to a way more decent level than where it was. When they got down here, $8, whatever, I was like, yes, maybe they're finally going to go out of business. I mean, they basically did remove the sell button if you don't understand how that works, right? So I'll explain this very quickly as well. The stock market is an auction, right? And so in order to have an auction, I need buyers and sellers, right? And so if everybody shows up to the auction and we're auctioning off GME shares, and then halfway through the auction, I tell all of the buyers, hey, you all need to leave the room. You're gone, whatever, you're trespassed. You've got to leave the auction. You can't participate in this auction anymore, which is what they did by removing the buy button. Now, it doesn't matter if you click sell. If there's nobody to buy it, if there's nobody at the auction wanting to buy what you're selling, you can't sell it. And the more that people click sell, so if I click sell here and there's no buyers, then I go, oh crap, let me try to sell it here. And then there's still no buyers. And I go, oh crap, let me sell it here. And there's still no buyers. And I go, oh crap, let me try to sell it here. And there's still no buyers. And I keep just moving my price lower and lower and lower. And buyers just don't show up. And I keep going lower. And that's because they all got kicked out of the building. And there's nobody for me to sell to, right? So in the market, you have to understand that if there is no buyer, you can't sell your share. There has to be a buyer for every transaction. There has to be a seller for every transaction. Yes, Robinhood did that. No, it was not halts. They literally removed the buy button. Literally removed the buy button. I mean, I can show you guys like... Whoops. They did it twice, actually. Yes, Robinhood temporarily restricted the ability to buy GameStop shares due to market volatility. And they did it a second time. Robinhood has reportedly shut down the buy button again for GME stock. So yes, it was not a, what's it called? It wasn't a market halt. They physically removed the buy button twice. Yeah, and so like like guys, I'm not if I say so, like I'm a very chill, easygoing person, right? And like I generally don't have bad things to say about people. Even like this will sound weird, but when scammers DM me on Instagram, I mean on Discord, which happens all the time, I actually feel bad for them. Like a lot of these people live in third world countries and they're just trying to get food on their table for their families. They're doing it in a shitty way, but like like most of us in this chat are Americans. There's people from all over the world, but as an American, like we live in the land of opportunity and it's not a joke. Like if you've traveled around the country and been to third world countries, these people don't have the opportunities that we have. In the United States of America, or we can even just say North America, like if you just have a little bit of drive and a little bit of hustle and you actually try, you can be very successful. If you're lazy and you're not really motivated and you're not really trying, then, you can still have like a fairly decent life. But if you want to be really successful, all you have to do is work hard. Whereas some of these third world countries, you can work as hard as an ox and you're still not going to be successful. So, like when these scammers DM me, like there's a small part of me that feels bad for them, just based on their environment. Like this is what they're reduced to try to make money for whatever, to put food on the table for their families. And so that tells you the kind of person that I am. If I'm talking bad about a company or I'm talking bad about a person, I've done my research. I'm not just randomly throwing words out there. And when I tell you they remove the buy button, I know 100% for a fact that they remove the buy button. I'm not an idiot. I know the difference between halting, a stock and removing a buy button. So yeah. And, like when I call out scammers on this channel, I've done my research. I'm not going to call anybody out without knowing what I'm talking about. It's just not going to happen. All right, back to SPY. Oh, and all of these companies, they try to get your money. Just FYI. I can prove it. Let's go to Gmail really quick. Let's search up Moomoo. I've shown this before. They email me a lot. They're looking to collaborate with me. And basically, for money. There's a reason they're doing this. It's the same thing, like you go to pretty much, actually, this is the best way I can explain to you. You talk to like real traders, professional traders. A lot of them will trade options, but they also trade futures. And I don't want to use like a blanket for everybody, but, I think most professional traders trade futures. And, here and there, they'll buy an option contract if they see like a good opportunity to strike. And so if I'm an influencer, right, and I'm trying to get I'm trying to make money from my audience, which is what influencers are doing, right? They're trying to generate views on YouTube. They're trying to make money through ad revenue on YouTube. They're trying to push you to a Discord where you pay a monthly fee. And then they're trying to get you to sign up with whatever broker it is that's offering them the most money at the time. And those brokers are going to be Robinhood, Moomoo, and Webull. And so if you started learning about trading from an influencer, I would say it's safe to guess that you probably signed up with either Webull, Robinhood, or Moomoo, and you did it through a link that an influencer gave you because they're getting a kickback for every member that signs up, right? And so if you look at futures, I don't know of a single company. They're probably out there, but I don't know of a single futures company where you're depositing your own cash and trading with your own money that's offering a referral bonus for people signing up. And so as an influencer, why would I be like, hey, futures are the way, like this is where you're going to make the most money, like this is going to be the most lucrative, whatever. I'm not, because I can't push you towards something that I can promote that's going to pay me to promote, right? And so that's why most of you have been, guided towards trading options, is because I can promote Robinhood, Webull, or Moomoo and get a kickback for every member that signs up, or just get some flat, monthly commission for talking about you on my YouTube videos. You'll never see that crap on my channel. Like I don't promote anything that I don't use personally and that I don't believe in. So like you guys see me using TradingView every single day, charting on TradingView. I love TradingView. I don't get any kind of kickback. What about Keenan? He's an influencer, right? I don't really understand the question. Like, I'm not talking bad about influencers. They're trying to make money to feed their family, whatever. That's the career path that they chose, right? So I'm not talking bad about influencers. I'm just explaining to you why most people, that found like day trading through influencers are going to be trading on Webull, Robinhood, and Moomoo. And that's because the influencer, or trading options in general. And that's because that's what they're going to show you and teach you, because they can generate money through promoting those brokerage firms. Does that make sense? Nice. Good job, Chase. That's awesome. What's up, Silver? Yep. GME was crazy. Oh no, somebody denied it. Where I'll find the person. It's David Ryan. He said, yeah, they did. Those were halts, not removal of the buy button. Again, the person saying it doesn't matter, because now they know the truth, right? Just in case there's any kind of confusion, I'm not talking bad about influencers. I'm not talking bad about Keenan by any means. I love Keenan. If there's any question about that, like Keenan was one of the first, when I decided like, hey, I want to be a day trader, I think I found Keenan like first and started learning the basics from Keenan. And then I started following a guy called GAA Options, and I learned a little bit from him. And I'm one of those people that when I want to pursue something, I will study it until I'm blue in the face. So like in my professional life, my career, I work with probably I'm trying to think, like roughly 100 people in my department, and out of those 100 people, I would say I'm in the top 3 knowledge-wise. And it's because I just don't settle for less. Like if I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it all the way. And then, so the same thing with trading, I found Keenan first, learned a lot from him, but, more basic stuff, and then went on and learned from GA Options. And then I ended up finding my mentor. And that's where I learned, like everything that I kind of teach you guys. That's where I learned the most. And that's when I finally became a profitable trader and, started doing, way better as a trader. I'll say this about Keenan. I'll say this about myself. I'll say this about my mentor. if you want to expose a scammer, you watch them trade live. Or most scammers won't trade live because they can't. They'll end up looking like an idiot. It's very easy to show fake gains. Whatever it is, like you can, like I could go right now and buy a $50,000 prop firm account for like $30, and I could YOLO a trade. And if it misses, then I just pay another $30, YOLO a trade. And if it misses, pay another $30, YOLO a trade. And then it hits, and then I can show this $10,000 win, right? Or whatever it is, $20,000 win. And show the orders and everything. And it looks legit because, the orders and time and the date and everything's there. And it doesn't say that it's a practice account or anything like that. And then I can show all of my followers this fake win, right? And then I tell them how amazing I am as a trader. And then I start selling them courses, and I sell them my Discord and get them to join my channel, whatever else. And then hopefully this should make sense to what I'm talking about as far as Keenan's concerned. Because all of you know he trades live twice a week, right? Tuesdays and Thursdays. You can't fake that, right? If you trade live, and you can go back into my channel and you can look, I don't trade live a lot on YouTube. I trade live pretty much every single day in my mentor's Discord. I share my screen. I trade live. I call out trades. I don't know if anybody's here right now, but we absolutely murdered this morning trading. Like I was calling the bottom and the tops within like a few ticks left and right. Called out so many trades, and I don't even think we missed on a single trade. So anybody that can do it live, like they're the truth, right? They're not trying to sell you crap and sell you a course and whatever else. And so Keenan does it twice a week. I don't watch him trade live, but I know that he does well. I know he's a good trader. So he's not fake because he's doing it live in front of you. I don't know Jackie and Arca. Like, you have to realize, so like mentorship program. I don't have a mentorship program. So the, if you're asking how to join, like how to watch me trade live, I trade live in my mentor's Discord. The link is in the description of the chat. I don't really promote it because that's not what these videos are about. I'm basically like, I'm never trying to sell anything. Like that's not what I'm here for. It's not who I am, not what I'm about. What's up, Big Mike? So like when when you're making money from trading, I don't need to sell you guys a course or, whatever else. Like I just, I trade live on my mentor's Discord. It's here. I mean, I'll post the link, but again, it's in the description of the video. It's not cheap. His Discord is not cheap, and it's not cheap for a reason. 2 market makers trade in there. The focus is teaching people how to become professional traders. It's not BS. That's the real deal. Like if you want to learn how to become a professional trader, that's a place that will fast track that. You can become a professional trader all on your own, and you can just through buying books and reading and studying whatever. The hardest thing nowadays with the internet is there's so many people that are full of crap and lie and teach things that don't work. And so you have to be careful who you're learning from, right? That's the issue. So. Right on, Godson. I mean, just whatever works. Yeah. Oh, nice. Awesome. That's sick, Frankie. Anyway, let's finish looking at SPY. We went off on a major rant. This should be pretty simple tomorrow, I think. I already have kind of my bias for the day. I think they're probably going to want to sell this off overnight. News is going to be huge. There's two major news, or when I say two, it's like two major time frames. There's a lot of major news overnight. Again, let's just pull it up just so we can see it. But there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 like major news events. And actually you could even say 10 with the new loans. There's 10 major news events overnight. So it can be kind of hard, technical analysis wise, but I wouldn't be surprised to bring it down for them to bring it down to our single prints midpoint here. And this is where I would want to be hopping into calls. Okay. Just hopefully they don't do it overnight where they, bring this down, bounce it, and then everybody misses the move. They do that way too often. If you get calls here, I would be looking for this. But just know right here, things can start to get a little bit choppy. Okay. So, it might not be a bad idea to close before this, but now you kind of know what to expect. What's this up here? And then, if for whatever reason we open up here, this is where you're going to be looking for puts. Close calls, look for puts. Okay. And basically the same thing. I would play it down here and then definitely close here. Okay. And then you can also trim this on the way. Trim here, close there. Should be a pretty straightforward day. I wouldn't be surprised to see a typical day tomorrow where we kind of just trade sideways. Ideally, would love to just see a day tomorrow where we just kind of do this. My favorite kind of days to trade. There's been way too many trend days recently. I hate trend days. All right. Anybody have any questions? Anybody want to hate on Robinhood with me a little bit? Hate on scammers. I'll hang out for a second just in case there's any questions, but I know you guys are on a delay. Oh, nice, Bumney. That's awesome. If there's no questions, I'm going to go hang out with my family. Oh, I want to see what futures are doing right now. Really not much of anything. Okay. No problem, Marcel. What do I recommend? It's really hard to say. There's very few brokers that don't use payment for order flow. I think Charles Schwab is one. You can just Google it. I know, oh, what's that company? Fidelity, Merrill Edge, Vanguard, Interactive Brokers. All of those don't use order flow. The issue is like they don't have the best what's it called? They probably don't have like phone apps. So like if you have to, I would say just go with like Webull. Because at least they're not totally shit as a company. They do use payment for order flow, but yeah. All right, everybody, I got to look at Marvel now because everybody's been talking about it. Wait, did I call this out as a swing trade? I think I did, right? Nice. No, it was a day trade. Okay. And then what about the Procter & Gamble lottery? Oh, yeah, that's not looking great. Oh, well, we tried. I think the other one we need to look at, too, is like snow. Has that come down at all? Yes. We need it to come down to 58. Put a notification on your charts for that. Because when that happens, this should happen. David Ryan, I'm happy to hear you say that after you were saying that it was just a market halt. Yeah. Basically, Jack, yes. Emily, the averages wouldn't transfer, but I mean, you can just write them down on a piece of paper or whatever. It's, you know, like if you're, like nobody needs to see your averages. Like you don't need to pull it up and show your friends like, hey, look at my dollar cost average on blah, blah, blah. What matters is that you know what they're at, like, yeah. Pepino. Yeah, shorty can be a little bit confusing sometimes. Oh, that's nice, Chase. 100% sick. Yeah. I mean, that's a good lotto. A lotto that goes to 100%. Pretty sick. All right, everybody. It doesn't look like we have any more questions. So I'm going to call it a day. I will see you all tomorrow. As always, thank you, everybody. All of my subscribers. Special thank you to all the friends of the stream. And then, wait, what's that? No, I'm not trying to do that. And then for people that are new, like, I might seem like a weirdo for going off on a rant about how much I hate Robinhood, but we actually do like teach trading here and try to help people get better. Doji, I would get like calls a couple months out, but I don't think it'll take that long. But you want to have time. But yeah, so if you're new, would appreciate a sub. We do actually like teach people and help people get better as far as trading's concerned, and we call out some pretty good levels and trades. So I would appreciate the sub. And I also I've had a goal for a while now to hit 5K on my subs. I'm pretty sure that'll be happening soon. I wanted to hit it before the new year. And let's see where we're at. I know we're close. Yeah, we're super close. We need 15 more before the end of December. So I'd appreciate it. I'm actually glad that it's working out because that was my goal back in, what is it? I want to say back in like September, and we were right around like I think 4,000. So it was a fairly lofty goal, and it looks like we're going to achieve it before the new year. So that's pretty sick. That said, we will see you all tomorrow. I hope you all have an amazing day trading tomorrow. Yeah, and that's it. Much love, much respect. Peace out, y'all. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.